Hello, my name is Bethany, and welcome to my channel, Bethany's Thoughts. Today, we're going to go over my September TBR, which is not nearly as a hot mess as my August TBR, because I decided that I need a little bit of a break on the readathons. I've been going hard on the readathons the last few months. I'm going to slow it down on the readathons. I'm only going to do one, I believe, this month. I'll update that when that comes out later in September. For now, as of now, I think I'm just going to focus on some of the stuff that I've been putting off from trying to do all these readathons that I've been focusing on, and really focus on some things that might take me a little bit longer to read. So it might be a low number reading month. I'm excited to share what those things are going to be, and a couple of things also that I'm going to try to finish. I'm just going to make it a low-key September. The heat of the summer has gotten to me. I'm ready for things to slow down a little bit. So yeah, so here we go. The very first one I have to mention, and I don't know I can even bring the book out here because everyone should know. The book that I'm going to be reading for September is Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer, which for most people who are in the book community know, it is the book that takes place from Edward's perspective from Twilight. I got it in August, but my TBR was crazy and I had to put it off, so I'm definitely reading it for September. I've had very mixed reviews, but I feel like people who don't like the Twilight series have not liked Midnight Sun, which makes sense. I think people who are a big fan of the series have loved Midnight Sun. So and if you watched my Twilight reading vlog at all, which I can link up above, and you can see what my thoughts are, I'm Team Bella, so I'm not really sure if I'm gonna like Edward's perspective. I don't know. I do remember I really enjoyed the snippet that we got years ago, so it'll be really interesting. So that's definitely happening this month. The other goal that I'm trying to do for this month is going to be reading this beast, which I don't think I'm going to finish in the whole month. I can't do this. This is nonsense. How much are we at? Well, it says it's 660 pages. It's just I don't know. This just overwhelms me. And it really intimidates me. It makes me not want to read it. Especially considering that I'm not very excited for this last installment of Red Queen, because I've heard really sad things about it, or that it wasn't a very great conclusion, which has kind of been my impression from reading the third book. I was really disappointed by that. So I'm not really looking forward to this. But I really want to finish the series, and I want to be done with the series. And then I'm probably going to unhaul the whole series from my shelf, the Red Queen series. The first book was amazing. The second book was okay, but dragged. And the third book just dragged. So I'm not really excited about this one. Hence my reluctance. But I'm really determined just to finish the series. I'm gonna finish it. That's the plan. Warstorm by Victoria Aveyard. The other two that I'm really wanting to get done are these two, which I've had in my TBR, I think in May or June, was The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black and When Dimple Met Rishi by Zendaya Menon. These two I'm halfway through, literally both of them, and have not finished them. I just got to a point where I either got bored or just stopped, or I don't know. Okay, here's the thing. Here's a guilty confession of mine. Sometimes when a couple hooks up or gets together, I kind of stop reading. If they bang or if they kiss, then I'm like, okay, I'm good, I'm done, and I stop reading. But I'm going to finish it, especially this one, because I really want to see the conclusion of that series. And especially this one, because I really liked it and I thought it was really cute. It's just one of those books, though, too. Both of these are books that I feel like I have to sit down in one sitting and just finish them. If I just know that they're books that I'm not going to be able to put down. So, yes. So my goal is to finally finish these two. For those who don't know, When Dimple Met Rishi is an Indian YA romance. Dimple and Rishi are attending a app design development internship, a summer internship type of thing, and Rishi was sent to meet his arranged bride, and Dimple is just there to learn an app. And so when she meets Rishi, she's like, I do not want to be in an arranged marriage. I do not want to marry you. I want to go to college. I want to have a career, which I definitely appreciate and like that in her. But then, things happen. And The Queen of Nothing is the third book in the Folk of Air series about Jude and Cardan. I don't want to give too much away about what's happening in Queen of Nothing because it's the third book. It's all the angst, though. Oh, man. The next book I'm going to be reading is actually for the New to Swoon Romance Book Club that's on Twitter, that is hosted by Deja and Emmy. I will link all their information down below for their Twitter. They're going to have a live chat as well on, I believe, Deja's channel. So that'll be later for September. And the book they're doing for September is Intercepted by Alexa Martin, which I thought was perfect because A, I love sports romances, B, and I have this one already. So I think it's just great to be able to, it's just more motivating to be able to read it with a group of people, and it'll be a lot of fun. So since I have it and want to read it, I definitely thought it'd be fun to join them. This is also a Black author, Black romance. It is about, she was dating a football player. He was cheating on her. So she leaves him, and then, a fling from her past, another football player starts kind of trying to go for her, and she wants nothing to do with him. So seems cute, seems fun. Also Black romance, also Black author, also sports romance, which I love sports romances. So looking forward to that, and looking forward to joining book club pick for it and watching the live with everyone. That'll be fun. The other book I was looking at reading is Aurora Rising by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. I just finished their Illuminate series, and this is their new series, the Aurora Rising series. It's interesting, actually. So Aurora Rising is about basically like a ragtag band of misfits who have a spaceship, and they find Aurora in like a cryogenic like chamber. She's been not awake for the last 100 years, and they decide to wake her up, and then there's like some sort of space battle happening. Apparently it's very similar to Guardians of the Galaxy, like extremely similar to Guardians of the Galaxy, which I wouldn't mind. I really liked their Illuminate series, and I thought their writing was great. Illuminate series was done in like memos and letters and emails and chats, and this is done in like a traditional novel style, I believe. So I'm not sure, but I have it on my Kindle. It's on ebook. The second book just came out. The third book I think comes out next year, I want to say. I don't know. I thought I just finished the series by them, and I thought it'd be fun to start something else with them. We'll see. I haven't decided if I'm going to do it or not. The other three that I have on my TBR for this month is stuff that I have on my Libby queue for audiobook. The first one I have that's coming that I'm going to probably read first is A Sweet Mess by J.C. Lee. It was just optioned for a movie, and I saw the Twitter announcement, and it's an Asian romance, and I immediately was like, absolutely, I want to read this. Sounds really cute. It's about Aubrey, who runs a Korean bakery. A food critic, who also happens to be her one-night stand, slams her bakery, and to try to make it up to her, he proposes this business plan to get her bakery back on good footing, and to do so, for some reason, they have to go to, for 3 weeks to wine country. And it's set in California, which I always love a book set in California because that's where I am. And then stakes are high and things happen. And it sounds great. I'm here for all the things. It sounds really, really cute. And I definitely want to read it. And I'm really excited to listen to the audio for it. The next one I have in my Libby audio queue that's going to be coming in, which is Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. So Erin Morgenstern also wrote The Night Circus, which got huge. So many people have rated it and ranted and raved about it. So Starless Sea, I believe, is her second book. I haven't read The Night Circus. I have it, but I have not read it. There's been a lot of people that don't like her style, and I just kind of want to see what that's about, and then maybe it will help me know if Night Circus is going to be worth for me reading or not. I'm going to have it on audio on Libby. So Starless Sea is about Zachary, who's looking for a doorway to a fantastical world, and the fantastical world is like there's tunnels and rooms and balls and masquerades, and all tunnels leading from the shore of the Starless Sea. It sounds very mysterious, dark, mystical. And then there's like a battle raging that's trying to destroy the Starless Sea, like this fantastical world. So it's like separate from Earth, but there's doorways from Earth to get to the land that's by the Starless Sea. It sounds very mystical and fantastical, which I usually can appreciate if done well. So I've heard a lot of people rave about it, and I've heard a lot of people not like it. So it's kind of one or the other. There's not a lot of in between. So we'll see. We'll see how I feel about it. And like I said, it'll hopefully help me figure out if I want to continue and read Night Circus, which is her first book. The next book I have waiting for me on my Libby app is going to be, which hopefully will probably come towards the middle or end of the month, is going to be The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. That's by Taylor Jenkins Reid. That is going to be about Evelyn Hugo. She's a Hollywood movie icon, and she's like in her 80s. She decides to hire a magazine reporter, Monique, who's like bottom of the barrel, and hires her to come do like her memoirs of Evelyn telling her story, including her 7 husbands. Kind of reads like a memoir. That Monique and her kind of intersect in some way. You don't know how. First of all, I've seen it everywhere. And when I looked the description up on Goodreads, I looked at all of my friends that I follow on Goodreads and other like booktubers. Man, does it have all the 5 stars. I maybe saw a couple of 3 stars and just all the 5 stars, all of them. So I'm intrigued. It'll be interesting. I'm willing to check it out. And yeah, we'll see how it goes from there. See, look at that. Man, that was like the shortest that was the shortest TBR I've done in forever. So I filmed this TBR without realizing that there was several things that I forgot to include on it. So I'm going to add a few more that I have to my TBR. So without further ado, let's do that. First of all, I forgot 2 arcs that I have to read this month. The first one is The Midnight Circus by Jane Yolen. So I'm pretty sure it's a middle grade book. It might be YA. I've read something by her before, but for the life of me, I can't remember what book it was. Tried to look at my Goodreads to see if I could find it, and she's written a ton of books over the years, so maybe it just might be one of those authors that I recognize. I swear I've read something by her before, though. So this is actually some like dark retelling of fairy tales and stories, and it's a short story anthology type of thing, and also has poems. It'll read pretty quickly. It's got 16, I think, stories. So yeah, so that was something I was given from NetGalley, so I'm totally here for it and willing to check it out. And then the other one I have is Love Your Life by Sophie Kinsella, which I'm super excited that I got a Sophie Kinsella arc. That totally made my day when I got that. She's one of my favorite authors. She's a little bit inconsistent, though. Like, the books that she does good are really, really good, and the books that she doesn't are meh. So we'll see where this one lies. But it is about 2 people who go on a writer's retreat. They are, like, given different identities. They don't actually supposed to disclose their real identity. So, and they just go through this really intense love affair where they fall in love on this lover's retreat that's somewhere in Europe. When they go back home to London, they start having to like introduce their real lives to each other. So things don't go great as they're trying to integrate back into their real lives, and they love each other, but just not each other's lives. So it sounds interesting. I'm here for it. I'm willing to definitely check it out. The next book that I'm going to read this month is Work for It by Talia Hibbert. That is a queer male romance. That is a gruff farmer, soft-hearted cinnamon roll with a cynical city boy. And looks like it's really, really angsty. I'm doing it for my local book club over Zoom, so I'm really excited for that one. That will be a lot of fun. Talia Hibbert, she has not led me wrong. I love everything that she does, so I'm excited about it. The next book that I'm going to be reading is, which I have had on my Libby app for literally weeks, and it just came in yesterday, and I was really excited. It's The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary. I've seen this book everywhere. It is about 2 strangers who share a flat, which for those who don't know and don't know United Kingdom type English is a flat is an apartment. They don't know each other at all. She, I guess, ends up like losing her place for some reason, and he works days and she works days, he works nights or something like that. And so they're flip-flops. So they never actually meet. They just start to get to know each other through notes. And I am such a sucker for a romance where there's like note sharing. So, and I really heard really good things with the audio. So I'm really excited to check this one out. I'm really super stoked about that one. And like I said, I've been literally waiting on it for like 2 months. So very exciting. I think the next one I'm probably going to be reading is The Sea Witch by Katie Roberts, the next book in the Wicked Villain series. I already have it pre-ordered. I'm pretty sure it comes at the 8th, which is the day after Labor Day. So I'm loving the Wicked Villain series. It's the Disney plus all the smut. It's just so great. Which is basically a throuple with Ursula, Eric, and Ariel. Their names are a little bit different in the books, but you get the concept. I'm here for it. Sounds great. Can't wait. Because I have to have something smutty on my Kindle for fun. So that's probably that's probably the one that I'm going to choose. Although I think Work for It is going to be probably pretty smutty itself. So 2 smutty things this month. Here for it. So now this is really it. So back to my original outro for this video. And that's it for my September TBR. And that is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked anything that you saw, please give me likes and subscribe and bells and things. I'd really appreciate it. As well as commenting what is your September TBR and what would you be interested in me reviewing or hearing about me read. I'd like to know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!